Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and it's time once again to look at my stuff. That's right, it's my toy haul video from my recent trip up to Chicago, where I attended both C2E2, the Comic and Entertainment Expo, and the Spring 2017 Kane County Toy Show. I love both of these shows. Two of my favorite shows to attend every single year. It definitely helps that they're pretty close to home, so I don't have to travel too far, but they're always so much fun. So before I get into showing you all the toys that I picked up from these two shows, I want to make sure to tell you that if you haven't already seen, I have already posted a toy hunting video from both of those events, where I just kind of walked around with the camera and showed off all the cool things that you can see at both shows. So, I would highly recommend you also check out that video so that you guys can get a feel for some of the cool things that are seen at both of these shows, especially Kane County, which is still, to this day, my absolute favorite toy show of the year. I love attending the Kane County Toy Show. So many great things to see. So, let's jump right in, and I'll show you guys the cool toys that I picked up this year. Now, one of the things, if you did watch my toy hunting video, you already know this. I tried to set myself a bit of a limit. I didn't want to go too overboard this time. Sometimes you got to do that. And I wanted to try to shift my focus to specifically Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff. And it was just because I didn't want to go like overboard and buy too many crazy things, because I always buy a really big mixed bag of stuff. And I just wanted to not spend as much money this time, and I wanted to really focus on Turtles because I'm trying to build out my vintage Turtles collection quite a bit right now. It's one of the things I'm trying to focus on. But as you probably saw in that video, if you watched it, I didn't stick to my plan. There was definitely some non-Turtles things I bought. So let me start by showing you guys all the cool non-Turtles things that I purchased. First things first, this is a very cool pickup. I always love, especially at C2E2 every year, to check out the cool, indie toys that are developed. And a lot of my friends always have booths there selling some of their cool indie toys. So I got to give a shout out to my good buddy Ben Spencer for the release of his full production Galaxor figure. This thing is amazing. This is like a full plastic release. It's articulated. It's got a great paint deco. Really awesome 5.5 figure, to fit in right with the rest of your 5.5-inch action figures on your shelf. And it's a beautiful toy. So, Ben, you're the man, dude. And I'm so happy that you've come this far with your Galaxor toys. Love it. All right. Moving on. Oh, yeah. Also, shout out to my buddy Keith, who gave me this sweet little fade-in pixel art, which is really cool. The little pixel dot art. I love these things. So very cool. Love it. Thanks, Keith. Okay, so some of the things I picked up at C2E2. First of all, Super 7 was there, and they were selling some exclusive color variations of some of their figures, which, by the way, they're now selling at super7store.com. So if you missed out at C2E2, you can buy these there. They did a whole, Player 2 colors version of their Street Fighter reaction figures, and I had to have Blanca. I love it. I love Blue Blanca. I've always loved Blue Blanca. So I reviewed the actual regular release of these. If you haven't already watched it, go check it out. But the blue one's cool. I also love the card art on these. So I opened all my other Street Fighter ones. I might leave this one in the package just so it shows off the cool artwork and everything. It might just make for a really cool little backdrop in the display. So we'll see. But really cool. I was glad that I was able to pick that up. And then, this is really crazy. You guys might have seen this in my toy hunting video. This was kind of one of those things, I wasn't really intending to buy it, but I was so in awe by it that when I made a purchase for some Turtles figures I'm going to show you in a bit, the guy basically threw this in for an extra $10, which was, he had it marked as 30, and so when he's like, I'll give that to you for an extra 10, I was like, I can't pass that up. This is a weird line from the 90s by Toy Island called Video Command. 1992 is when this came out, and I had forgot these existed, but I definitely remembered it when I saw it. And this is definitely the best looking character in the whole set, which I'm really glad about. You can see all the figures there. But they basically have these crazy little LCD screens for faces, and then you would push the buttons and the faces would kind of animate, kind of like those old LCD Tiger handheld games, and they would talk. Now, unfortunately, the batteries are dead in the sky. You can still see his face, which is really cool. So there's a good chance I'm going to rip this open and play with it, and might see if I can change the batteries out to see if he works, because that's just a really fun, weird, unique figure. So there you go. See, I diverted from turtles and bought something weird, which is something I always do. Also, check it out. Look, the card's upside down in the package. Ah, mess up. But that's fun. I just love the weird stuff like this. They're so cool. So there you go. Video command. All right. This is one of those things that like I couldn't pass up, and I actually made that caveat in the video when I said I'm only going to focus on turtle stuff unless I see something that I collect and that I can't pass up on. And you guys probably know that I'm a huge fan of Mattel's Food Fighters toy line, a really weird vintage toy line. I did a video actually where I showed off a really cool collection of Food Fighters toys I was able to acquire, and this is something I had never seen before. This is one of those magic slates. You guys remember the magic slates? The things you would you draw on them and then do that to erase it, and it's Food Fighters themed. And this was $5. And I couldn't pass it up because I had never seen it before. And I've got a lot of things for Food Fighters. They produce so many weird things for Food Fighters. I had no idea about most of them. But I've already got some puzzles and some other weird stuff. And so it was just really cool to add this to the collection. Now it's missing the pen. Unfortunately, this was used. And it's a little dirty. I'm going to try to clean that off. But all this Food Fighters artwork around here, it's so cool. I've never seen it before. I would have probably never seen it again if I didn't buy it. So I'm glad to add this to my Food Fighters collection. Love it. Okay. So the last non-Turtles thing that I bought is another one of those things that it was just a couldn't pass up kind of thing. I found these at Kane County. These are toy guides to the old Toy Biz Marvel Superheroes figures. And these guides were released by Marvel Comics in the 90s. Now, I am a huge fan of that old... So I got Year 1, Year 2, and Year 4 Alpha. So I'm missing at least Year 3. I don't know if there was another Year 4. Maybe there was an Alpha and a Beta. I don't know. But I'm definitely missing Year 3. So I'm going to have to seek these out. But I got all three of them for $10, which I thought was a great deal. And check these out. Let me show you what one of them looks like. Because I love toy guides anyway. I'm a big fan of old toy guides and toy catalogs and stuff like that. Toy Fair catalogs. And, I'm so nostalgic for this old Toy Biz Marvel line because it was one of my favorite lines growing up. But this is what the pages look like. Look at that. So it's got these photos of the figures, gives you stats, shows you what the figure looks like carded. How cool is that? Look, Daredevil. And these were released by Marvel Comics. So I think that's pretty sweet. So I was really, really happy to find these just because it's just a great piece of nostalgia. Yeah, there you go. Love that old Spider-Man with the suction cups. He's great. And let me see, where is he? There he is. One of my all-time favorite toys because I loved that one so much growing up. Old Toy Biz Wolverine. So, really happy to find these, and these definitely counted for my whole, not Turtles as long as it's something that I would collect, and it's a good deal. I love that stuff. Okay, so everything else that I bought at the show, all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got some really, really great stuff here, so let me go through it. So these are bootlegs from Mexico, and they're amazing, and I love this kind of stuff, and I got them for $10, because... of the awesome dealer. You're the man. I love it. Always hooks me up with some really great stuff. And these are great because, I don't know, it's hard to tell, maybe, but those are totally just the sculpts from the Nick Playmates toys. They're the same size and everything, but they're completely non-articulated. They're just done in this clear cast resin. But look, the weapons are in there. We got 2 baby turtles and 2 full-size turtles. And I just love weird stuff like this. So, bootlegs from Mexico. I love it. Oh yeah, you guys ready for this? Because I found the Coming Out of Their Shell tour on VHS for $2, and I couldn't not buy that because it's terribly awesome. So, I love it. I've never actually watched this thing all the way through. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to. Although it's the making of the Coming Out of Their Shells tour. I've definitely seen clips online. We all know about the Throwing Stones song from Master Splinter. It's kind of become one of those internet memes, basically. But I'm really happy. $2. Couldn't pass that up. Great deal right there. Before I get into this stack, this is something that I definitely got to show off, and I might even do a standalone video. You might remember last year at C2E2, I was gifted an amazing custom painted vintage Muckman figure, which brought out all of his details, and I showed that off, and I love it. Well, to go right along with that, my buddy Brad painted this up, which is the new Nicktoons version of Muckman, also completely painted with an amazing paint job that brings out all of the details. Just look, you can see how amazing the sculpt is on this. It's just as good as the vintage sculpt. There's so many amazing hidden details, and Brad found them all with this killer paint deco. I love it. He's fantastic. So he's going to join the collection with my custom painted vintage Muckman, because it's one of my all-time favorite characters from Turtles. Very, very cool pickup. Alright, so I got a ton of carded Ninja Turtle stuff. There were so many carded Ninja Turtles toys this year. You guys probably saw a lot of it if you watched my video about Kane County and C2E2. I was blown away. And the prices weren't so bad. Some of them were a little higher than I wanted to pay. Obviously, I saw a lot of really rare stuff that I wanted to get that I didn't want to blow all my money on. So this is the stuff that I picked up that I thought the prices were really good. And so I grabbed them. So this right here is the Auto Mutations Ninja Knight Rocksteady, one that I did not have. He is sealed in the box. Check that out. You can fold up the flap there so you can see the figure within. He auto switches from a Rocksteady wearing like a purple gi to an armored Rocksteady. I don't know. It's weird, but it's awesome. And I've been actually on this kick of trying to buy all of the Bebop and Rocksteady variations. There were so many Bebop and Rocksteady variations in the original line. So I was really happy to grab this one. It was a good price, too. I think I paid $15 for this. Maybe $20. I think $15. It was a really good price. It was a price that I was willing to grab it and not say no to it. That's for sure. Alright, so going on my Bebop and Rocksteady kick, I found Private Pork Nose Bebop, which is one of the really, really weird variants. But I love it. He's got soda bottle grenades, and then of course he's got guns, and it's just really, really, really bizarre. But I love it. Love it, love it, love it. There was also this was like from a whole line of military Turtles figures, basically. So Private Pork Nose. Continuing my Bebop trend, I got Head Spinning Bebop, part of the Wacky Action line, one that I never have had before, so I'm really excited about that. He's got that big silly tongue sticking out of his mouth, which is great, and all those things that clip on there. And then, of course, just like all the other Wacky Action figures, he basically has like a button wind mechanism that makes him spin and do weird things. So, yeah, I love it. I love these carded Turtles, too. Am I going to open them? Will you guys get mad at me if I open any of them? So many April figures, and April's always really easy to find carded. She's just everywhere. So when I saw this one for $5, I couldn't pass it up because I don't have this particular April, I don't think, even loose. So I might even open this one up since it was so cheap and have myself a nice, crisp, mint April O'Neil figure to display on my collection. So good stuff, and check that out. I love the back. Look at the thing. This is when Scratch was released, and a bunch of those other really rare ones from the end of the line. So that's definitely that kind of like KB Toy Store end of the line Turtles card back, right? I think that's what that is. So yeah, good stuff right there. And on the lines of April, it's got a $25 price tag on it. I know I didn't pay $25 for it, and that's why I grabbed it. It was definitely less than that. I want to say maybe $15. But this is part of the Monsters, the Universal Monsters lineup, and I want to collect all the Universal Monsters Turtles. So there's my April O'Neil from that particular lineup. Most of the Universal Monsters figures have gotten really pricey now. They range anywhere from like $30 to $50 a piece. I'll eventually start piecing them out, and this is part of Series 2 of the Universal Monsters lineup. So yeah, there you go. Got April to add to the lineup. So pretty sweet. This one you probably saw if you watched my toy hunting video. It's Venus. Boo! I'm not a big fan of Venus, but for $10, I couldn't pass up having a carded Venus. And it's different than the normal one, because this is the one that's got the, this is Blacktop Borden Venus. She's got a skateboard, so might open that one up. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a ton of Next Mutation figures, so it's something I do want to get some more of for my collection, because it's still Turtles, and it's still great stuff. And then lastly, for my carded Turtles, another Bebop. This is Ninja Knockout Bebop. These are great because these are basically like Rock'em Sock'ems. They have these little guns that plug into their backs and they make them kick, and then their heads will pop up. So they're just like Rock'em Sock'em robots. But yeah, So I got Bebop there. The card's kind of, the bubbles crushed and coming off the card back. So maybe I'll open this one up eventually. I don't know, but yeah, pretty cool. And again, wanted to add to my Bebop and Rocksteady collection with that one. So I got a few more things here, a few more loose Turtles items. I couldn't pass this up because it was $5. So this is just one of those really weird vehicles, but I wanted it for my Surfin' Michelangelo. I think that'd be great. Like, even the surfboard looks kind of like his surfboard from Surfin' Mikey there. So that's pretty good stuff. And then one of my favorite things that I bought the whole weekend is this and the contents within. If you guys ever seen this one before, this is an amazing, it's a school bus, as you can see, and you can see the stickers right there that's got all of these different Turtles mutants on there, which is great. Look at that. Splinter's driving. I love it's like the wacky action Splinter that's driving, the weird armored up ninja one, which is hilarious. So I love all the details on here, but what's so cool about this is actually for the Rockstar Turtles. You guys remember the band Turtles? Well, if you don't remember, I bought those too, and they're on the inside here. Oh, well, first of all, yeah, check it out. Space Usagi Yojimbo. I did pick him up too. I need his weapons, and I need the little bubble for his head, his helmet. But I didn't have a Space Usagi yet, and I wanted to add that to my collection. And also, I got the non-flocked version of Movie Splinter, which I also did not have. So that's a cool release too. So, okay, so you guys remember the Music Turtles, right? These are the ones I'm talking about. So we got Rappin' Michelangelo, and we got like the Rock and Roll Leonardo there, and we got like the Rockin' Raph, and I love this like I love this Donatello with the keytar that's got the mohawk. I love these. I always loved them as a kid. I had Mikey and Raph as a kid. I never had the other two. So I got these in a loose lot for $20 for all four of them. They don't have all of their accessories, but they're clean and they're nice, and they've got at least one accessory a piece. So I think that's really cool. So after I bought these at C2E2, I was like, man, I really hope I can find that bus this weekend, because I knew that the bus went with them. And then at Kane County, the magical toy wonderland that it is, I found the bus for $10. And this is why the bus is so great. So it looks like an ordinary school bus. But look at this. You can open that up, and it's just got like this little chalkboard and everything on there, which is great, right? So it's like a normal school bus. But then on the other side, if you open the window up, oh, look, it's got the Rock Band Turtles now, and it says Turtle Tour. That's right, it turns into a tour bus, and it opens up into a stage for the Rock Band Turtles. So now I've got this amazing way to display them, because I've got this stage, and I can put all the Rock Band Turtles up on the stage. There's one other figure that goes with the set. There's a Mondo Gecko. Believe it or not, they made a hippie-looking Mondo Gecko that's part of the Rockstar set. But yeah, this is great. It's probably my favorite find of the weekend, the bus with the Rockstar Turtles in combination. And I can't wait to actually get like a proper setup so that I can display these guys up on the shelf, all on the bus there. I think they're great. So really good stuff. I had a great time. Picked up a lot of really cool toys. So guys, thank you so much for watching me. I hope you enjoyed this toy haul video. I'm going to throw it out there again. Don't forget to check out my toy hunting video from C2E2 in Kane County, because you'll see all kinds of really cool toys. You'll see all the things I didn't buy that are on display at the show. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content just like this. Until next time, my friends.